Tonight, a new Target 8 report shines light on the number of marijuana suspects in mid-Missouri jails.
It's after we found law enforcement and public opinion on the issue to be at odds. KOMU 8's Chris Joseph is in the studio to break down the numbers and bring you the truth of the matter.
In February, I did a story on Missouri's rising jail debt. I broke down how the rising jail population is costing taxpayers millions. We posted the story on Facebook and the debate began. The top commenter said, legalize marijuana and do away with a lot of those inmates. The first reply, bingo. Another commenter said, stop putting people in jail for victimless crimes. That's a pretty common opinion you've probably heard. Now, I interviewed Callaway Sheriff Clay Chisholm for that debt story. He said special interests were misinforming the public about pot.
This county jail is not full of people who got their first DWI or got caught with a bag of weed.
So we decided to find out who was right by spending weeks looking through jail rosters and court documents.
Monday.
Dan Vietz hosts a social justice talk show every Tuesday night on KOPN. He's a civil rights lawyer and the communications director for Mid-Missouri NORML. He helps spearhead a regional effort of volunteers who advocate the health benefits of medical marijuana across the state.
Many people think they've done their duty when they signed the petition. Say, oh yeah, I signed that petition. I'm a huge supporter.
You've probably been asked to sign that petition. This woman asked me just a block from my apartment. I asked Vietz if jail time was a selling point. He said it's a topic of conversation.
Many times people who are clearly in legitimate need of marijuana as medicine are prosecuted just like people who have no medical need.
He was right. Marijuana smokers are being prosecuted, but the number of pot smokers in local jails is small. I pulled the inmate rosters from 10 county jails, looking for what inmates are being held on and how long they've been there. Of all 700 inmates at 10 jails in mid-Missouri, only 30 were being held on marijuana charges. Only 8 of those were held on a marijuana charge alone. Their average stay in jail, 11 days. Local prosecuting attorneys say they don't put away casual pot smokers.
Because we realize a lot of these kids may want to go to college someday or want some type of employment where this type of conviction could impact them.
I don't think I've ever recommended jail time on a straight-up simple possession of misdemeanor marijuana.
Both say they use some form of fines or probation. Vietz says this is where marijuana users are put behind bars.
Probation officers will, perhaps not the first time, but if you have a second positive drug test for marijuana use, they will file a probation revocation report.
Putting offenders in prison, not county jails, meaning they won't show up in the local jail rosters. Vietz says he's glad the numbers are low, but they can get lower. You can find all those statistics on KOMU.com, including numbers on your county and the marijuana inmates it holds. In the studio, Chris Joseph, KOMU 8 News.
And